Sega.
Wow, guys, I actually received some fan mail. This comes from a guy named Trevor out in BC, and it reads, "Hey Mike, why don't you ever review any Sega games? Are you just a Nintendo fanboy who doesn't know anything about Sega? If you have any guts, why don't you review a game like Echo the Dolphin?" I shan't be doing that. Or how about my favorite ever Sega game, and the best in the series, Sonic 2? Well, actually, Sonic 2 is an incredible game, but in my opinion, it's not the best in the series. That would be Sonic CD. Speaking of the Sega CD, does anybody remember the game Sewer Shark? While generally not regarded as a great game, it's one of my all-time favorites.
Remember all those great games we used to play growing up in the 80s and 90s? Most of them are sitting in an attic or garage somewhere, doing nothing but gathering dust. My opinion is, we should give them another look.
Turn and burn, rat breath.
I'll never forget the first time I played Sewer Shark. It was one of my very first experiences with full motion video, and needless to say, I was very impressed. They certainly did take gaming to the next level.
The acting in this game actually isn't terrible. The three main actors are your lovable but tough co-pilot Ghost,
I got some stuff in her. It's not all strictly legal, but it just might keep you off the wall.
the sultry and seductive Falcon,
Now that's my main man.
and the game's big bad Commissioner Stenchler, played by Robert Costanzo, who also played the dumb airport parking cop in Die Hard 2.
Real.
Potential.
That's it. Just remember, a clean sewer is a happy sewer.
He's such a sleazebag. Tie in that decent acting with a pretty good B-movie story. The world has become a vast wasteland where people live underground outside of a beach environment called Solar City. Your mission is to navigate the sewers to get to your end goal of enjoying the sun in Solar City. To do so, you just have to get past 1,000,000 pounds of tube steak and a corrupt commissioner.
The full motion video actually makes me feel like I'm kind of in the game. Actually, it's a little creepy down here in the sewers. My nerves are a little shot.
Hey, relax. Pretend it's a game. Maybe it'll even be fun.
Thanks, Ghost. I really appreciate it. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
Shoot the tubes, dog meat!
Ah!
Sewer Shark features a very unique gameplay combination. At its core, it is your typical on-rails shooter, where you focus on defeating the various enemies in the sewer. But it also integrates in-game action sequences in order to navigate your path through the sewers. These directions are given to you through a full-motion video, or communication with your trusty robot sidekick.
The critter's at 3, 6.
This then becomes a memorization game of choosing the correct direction in sequence.
Up, up, right? I think that's what he said. Oh, man, my memory is terrible. Or was it up, down, right? Man, this is like an insane game of Simon.
And if you get very good at Simon, great rewards await you.
Thank you, Simon.
Simon is waiting for you from Milton Bradley.
Towards the end of the game, this shifts to you following a bird who is also on his way to Solar City. Don't lose track of his movements, because if you miss one turn, it's game over. Getting off track of the route you should be taking is only one way to die. There is no health bar in Sewer Shark, but rather an energy counter. Your energy constantly depletes as you progress, and every enemy you miss depletes your energy a little bit quicker. Run out of energy, and your ship blows up. To avoid this, you want to make sure to hit every possible recharging station. Watch the on-screen cues to tell you which side is open for your recharging.
Now that you mention it, I could use a little recharging myself. Caffeine, let's do this. Shoot the tubes.
You also want to watch your CO2 levels. Ghost will inform you when your CO2 levels are high, and you must press the C button to shoot off a flare to dispel the CO2. Lastly, there are instant kills if you are unable to shoot down the more powerful enemies, such as the renegade moles.
Yeah, it is certainly easy to die in this game. Thankfully, you have unlimited continues that will let you restart at any of the game's 4 levels.
The 4 levels are actually pretty hard to distinguish, but it's actually when you receive a new call sign. You start the game as Doug, mostly learning the layout, taking out ratigators. You next move on to Rat Breath, where the scorpion enemies are introduced, and Exterminator, with the introduction of the buzzsaw-wielding moles. The last level is Beach Bum, where you are actively following the bird through the sewers. In the last section of this stage, Stenchler unleashes the Zerks, who are the Brain Eaters, for a straight endurance match. If you can make it past them without running out of energy, it's time to enjoy the sun and swim of Solar City.
You did it. Nice shooting, Beach Bum. Next stop, Solar City.
Well, we're almost there, Mr. Ghost. It don't smell bad no more.
Welcome to paradise.
Where's Stenchler?
Sewer Shark brings back so many fond memories for me, and is one of my all-time favorite Sega CD games. While it certainly isn't Chrono Trigger, you have to appreciate the game for what it is. And that is a fun, mindless romp with an incredible, cheesy storyline. If that's right up your alley, Sewer Shark may indeed be the game for you. Anyways, this is Michael B. the Game Genie, and I'll talk to you next time.
Catfish the Ghost, we got a target acquisition down here. Oh my gosh, it's Godzilla.
Ah!